One important theme in American history is the circle of equality. At times, the circle grew to include more people, but at other times, laws or rules kept some people out. In 1879, Standing Bear was arrested in Nebraska while traveling to his homeland. Standing Bear challenged his arrest in court. How did the decision in Standing Bear's trial impact the idea of equality?
That winter, Standing Bear's son came down with malaria. When he was dying, the boy asked his father to make a promise to take his body home. He was my only son, Standing Bear said. What could I do but promise? In January of 1879, Standing Bear and his small clan left Indian Territory and set out on a 600-mile journey back to Nebraska. What they were doing was illegal, so they kept out of sight. They walked north into the wind, sleeping in haystacks at night, eating remnants of corn from frozen fields, when General Crook sent his soldiers to arrest them and take them to Fort Omaha. The Plight of the Ponca appeared in the April 1st edition of the Omaha Herald. Religious leaders of Omaha, Christian and Jewish alike, rallied around Standing Bear. They sent a telegram to Washington asking the president to set the Ponca free. At the district courthouse in Omaha, Nebraska, a remarkable trial is about to take place. An Indian chief is suing a famous Army general for his freedom. Few people in a courthouse realize that General George Crook, working behind the scenes with reporter Thomas Tibbles, has engineered the trial as a way to free his Ponca prisoners. As General Crook put it, the only people in this country who have no rights under the law are the original owners of the soil. There was no jury. Federal District Court Judge Elmer Dundee alone would decide the case. The question before the judge was simple. Standing Bear had been arrested for leaving his reservation. Did he have the right to challenge his imprisonment? Did he have the right to habeas corpus?
Habeas corpus is the right for a person to know why they have been arrested and to be able to challenge their arrest or imprisonment.
So the only question before you right now is not whether Standing Bear is a citizen of the United States. The only question before you is whether or not Standing Bear is a person.
On the witness chair, Standing Bear argued that he had long been walking the white man's road. He was a farmer. He had built a log house. He had even become a Christian. As Thomas Tibbles later wrote in his memoir, Standing Bear asked if he could make a final statement. He held out his hand and paused for a moment. Then he spoke directly to the judge.
Nombe te hihate ewaki gumbaji. My hand is not the same color as yours. If I pierce it, I shall feel pain. If you pierce your hand, you too will feel pain. The blood that flows will be the same color. I am a man. The same God made us both.
What exactly did it mean to be a person? The judge consulted a dictionary. Webster describes a person as a living soul, a self-conscious being, he wrote. This is comprehensive enough, it would seem, to include even an Indian. Standing Bear had convinced the judge that he was no longer a ward of the government, that he was a free man entitled to 14th Amendment rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that he was a person in the eyes of the law.
How did the decision in Standing Bear's trial impact the idea of equality? Want to learn more about this topic? Click the link in the description to experience our iNative activity sheet.